guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thank you for tuning back in. This is the first Cadisen I've had in the channel for a while. Those of you that subscribe or follow my channel, you'll know that I put a community post up a little while ago about a voucher. Yeah, it was like a half price voucher. Guess what I picked up with it? This watch. I'm not going to say what it's homage in, but it is homage in my GRAIL watch. Those of you that watch my channel will probably know what that is, or you'll be able to see for yourself because it's not very subtle what it's trying to do. This watch was one that was in my basket for a while. Again, it's featured on my AliExpress sale video. Really like the look of it, to be honest. It was one that I couldn't not feature, and I'm really happy to have it in. The model number for this is a C8201M. Cracking looking watch. Again, with some of these brands on AliExpress, is it style over substance? Does it hit the mark? Is it one that is going to scratch your itch until you can buy the real thing? I don't know. But I'm hoping I do find out by the end of this video, and in turn help you out, because that's what it's all about. That's why I started my channel. But guys and girls, thanks for tuning back in. I will leave a link in the description. It's an affiliate link. If you use it, it helps the channel. If not, then it's fine as well. Just thank you for tuning back in. I appreciate your support. But I'll stop going on. Let's get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. Very standard generic packaging from Cadisen. Out of plastic, out of cardboard sleeve, excuse me. Inside you've got a magnetic box. It's held by magnets to keep it closed. Inside this packaging, in terms of the stuff that it comes with, it's very generic. This has been coming for a long time. I've bought watches long before I had my YouTube channel, and that's the sort of stuff that was coming with. Maybe that's something to look at. Read this manual before. I never have. The watches are normally pretty straightforward, but please do read it if it's something that will help you. Cleaning cloth, I've kept a few of their cleaning cloths. I do quite like them. Inner foam, just to keep it safe in transit. A couple of watch sizing tools, just to help you size the bracelet. Very handy actually, nice to have got that. This is the plastic. It comes in inner foam, again with plastic to go around it. Inner foam again. Let me just put all this to the side, because this is what you want to see. As you can see, very pretty. Definitely obvious what it's homaging at this point, so we won't go into that, although it is my GRAIL watch, so it is one that I do want to get in the future. Does this tick a lot of boxes? Let's find out. So the model number for this is the C8201M. Yeah, this is the blue one. It does also come with a black, which I'll bring up also. The blue is the one that I've gone for, just because that's the one of the proper watch that I want to get. Obviously this is homaging that watch. Inside it's running an automatic Seiko NH35 movement. This movement doesn't need any introduction at this point. This movement has been used in numerous watches from AliExpress micro brands for years now, and for good reason. It does the business. 21,600 beats per hour, 24 joules, 40-hour power reserve, and normally runs very well. This is running about 7 seconds fast a day. You take that all day long. Let's be honest, that's not a problem whatsoever. So yeah, the NH35 movement, also known as the 4R35 when in a Seiko watch. So yeah, that's the movement. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal on the back, top ceramic bezel, is all 316L stainless steel. So as you can see, a mixture of brushing and polishing. The brushing seems to be done quite well, as does the polishing. You'll see that throughout. Polished at the sides, brushed at the top of the case, and yeah, just a big mixture of brushing and polishing, but done well, to be honest. The transitions are done very nice and clean, as you'll see there. Nice lines from where it transitions, so no problem whatsoever. The case thickness of the watch is 12.7 millimeters. The case diameter, I normally measure from sort of the 8 to the 2 to try and get it at its smallest point. It was coming at a 41.2 millimeters, and when you go from 9 to the 3, including that crown, which is quite substantial, it slopes nicely, but it is 44.5 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20. That does taper down to 18 at the butterfly clasp, and the lug to lug is 48 millimeters, which is good, but it does have male end links of the center link, so it does protrude quite a bit. It does become 52.1 millimeters. A bit of downturn on there, so it's not too bad in terms of how it fits the wrist, but they're the proportions of the watch. Very, very similar to the watch it's Homage in generally, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Melvin links on watches, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But there we are. The case back is an exhibition. I'll show you there. If you can focus. Yeah, exhibition case back, just showing off the Seiko movement, and is a mineral crystal on there, and obviously the advertising around the outer part of the exhibition case back is just outlining the stuff I'm going to go through in a moment, so don't worry too much about that at this point, because we will run through it together. The bezel, I believe, is a ceramic bezel, and is a 90 click unidirectional bezel. Yeah, it's okay. The clicks are not too bad. A little bit difficult to get purchase on it, which is sometimes the case with these types of bezels. But you can do it. It's not too stiff, which is cool. 90 click, not my favourite, but there we are anyway. Let me just get my fingerprints off it, guys, rather than turning the bezel. So yeah, not too bad, but 90 click, as I say, is not really my favourite. The crown is situated at the 3 o'clock. It is a screw down crown, and I must say it works really well. You can see how much it's integrated with the crown, the crown guards, but actually there is absolutely no problem with grabbing hold of it. They've done it in such a way where it actually doesn't pose any issues in terms of grabbing hold of it, which is nice. But yeah, situated the 3 o'clock screw down crown. As I say, the bracelet's stainless steel. It does have push pins to size it, which was really easy. I took out 3 links for it to fit my just above 7-inch wrist. Like I said, brush into the side, polished at the center, butterfly clasp, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But there we are, not signed on there either. The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire crystal, which you'll be pleased to hear about. We do like a bit of sapphire crystal, or at least I do. The water resistance is cited as being 100 meters, so that'll give you 10 atmospheres of water resistance, but do bear in mind, not many watches on AliExpress are certified, so just bear that in mind. So that's 100 meters, 10 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear in the top right. It's just above 154 grams with 3 links removed. With those 3 links back in, you're probably touching about 170 grams, so a good bit of heft with this watch. Not too small, but it feels like you're wearing something. It's not, which is a good thing, isn't it, at times. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in just a bit more detail. So you've got a nice rehaut. The slopes down, nice blue, integrated to the nice dial, which looks like it could be ceramic, but I'm not completely sure. But yeah, they've done it really nice with the wave dial. As I said, no points for originality, but that's what they've done. The hands and indices are all high polished, and they've got lume. I'll bring the lume up now. The lume is okay. I wouldn't say any more than that. It's okay, not good, not bad. Would like it to be a little bit better, but I've had very few Cadisen watches where the lume is very good, so it's okay. It's passable for Cadisen, I would say. As I say, nice wave dial. Let me just take the crown out. Let me go to sort of just around here. I'll leave it out just for a moment because that actually works really well, because you can see everything. So you've got Cadisen that looks like it's printed onto the dial just below the double indices at the 12. You've got automatic sapphire also printed onto the dial just above the baton at the 6. As you can see, you've got a red accent at the end of the second hand where the lollipop is, just beyond where the lollipop is. As I said, battens and circular indices everywhere except for the 3 o'clock position, which is making way for the date. As you can see, I've taken it out now. If I put it back up, it will start back up again. If you turn it away from you, you'll hear that it will charge up. If you take the crown out to the first position, if you scroll towards you, you can change the date. Whilst you're changing the date, it won't hack. If you bring it out all the way, it will. So there you go. Put it back in, it will start back up again. As I've already said as well, as you screw the crown up on this, it's buttery smooth. There's no issues with that whatsoever. I'd like less writing down at the 6 o'clock. I'm not sure any sapphire is what automatic will do, but there we are. And there we go, guys. And that's the watch. Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly. Give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist for your reference. And that's what she looks like on me. As I said, 3 links taken out. A bit looser than I would have liked, but we don't get any half links, and them the breaks when you have a butterfly clasp on top of that. So there we go. But it looks pretty, doesn't it? It's not a bad looking watch at all. But how's it going to score on the pants and pucker section? Let me just take it off and then we'll crack on with it. So as I say, let's crack on with the pants and pucker section. If you ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with pucker. So what I think is pants, a few things. Will it be detrimental to whether you buy it? Let's see. So I would say the clasp. The butterfly clasp is okay. But if you're going to have a butterfly clasp, I would rather have some half links. Because having no half links on top of the clasp can be a bit of a pain. I'm not going to lie. A bit of an issue. The bezel, in terms of a 90 click bezel, it doesn't line up too badly, pretty much bang on, but 90 click bezels are not my favourite, as you can see, a little bit of bounce. When it clicks into place, it's not too bad, but yeah, 90 click bezel, not my favourite. And the Melvin links, I just think it adds a lot of unnecessary length to the watch. As you can see, it adds like 4mm, which is a bit unnecessary. So they're the things I say are pants. I'll go with the clasp, no half links, bezel and Melvin links. The things that I think are pucker is the dial looks stunning, very much in keeping with the watch. It's homaging, obviously. The sapphire crystal, nice touch on that £80 watch, especially with the prices going up and specs going down, it seems, at times. Hands and indices, nice high polish, nice proportions. Yeah, cool. The movement, the fact you get a Seiko NH35 movement, a known entity in your watch, is obviously going to be reassuring for a watch that you're buying. As I said, the crown is nice, buttery smooth, good size, and fits into the crown guards really nice actually. And yeah, finally the price. All of these things do really come down to price quite often for what you're getting, and I think for £80 generally, it's a lot of watch. It's not perfect. A couple of things that I think they could change to get it really where it needs to be. But yeah, generally good value for money for what you're getting. So just to surmise what I think is, pucker, I'll go with a dial, sapphire crystal, hands and indices, movement, crown, and price. And would I recommend the watch? Yeah, I still would. I think it's probably up there with one of the better homages of this watch that I've had in, especially for the price. Definitely one that you should be considering. A lot of people probably won't mind the 90 click bezel and the things that I've mentioned. So if you don't, and also if you manage to size it and it fits your wrist bang on and you got lucky, then you've had a touch in you, let's be honest. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, more importantly, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care guys, all the very best.